But, you know, let's get into the crazy awesome stuff in our next match here from Low Tier City 4.
Sure.
Let's do this. The other side of winner semis, and this is the match that I have been waiting to see. Hyuga versus Nairo. Smash Factor up against Team Liquid. They had one win, actually, on the Low Tier City stage, with Hungrybox taking first place in Melee Singles. Maybe Nairo can find that same level of success today. Now, this record is actually tied up at 1-1 between Hyuga and Nairo. So whoever wins this set will be having the advantage overall. I'm very excited because of the fundamental differences in their playstyle. Nairo, every player I talk to says that he's so terrifying because of his unrelenting, ruthless aggression, whereas Hyuga is renowned for the defensive sort of style that he brings to the table with Toon Link. So it really is this battle of yin and yang, these two juxtaposing styles, and only one's going to be coming out on top today.
Absolutely. Now, just keep in mind, folks, that these are two very different characters that suit the mentalities of their players. You're looking at a frame 1 jab out of Zero Suit Samus. That Nair, you'll actually see a lot of Nair dropping down on top of opponents, and if it connects, then you'll see the double jump into the up air strings. However, if they land with the Nair, you'll see the jab series come after, and it's up to the opponent to figure out when the series is going to end and when they can actually act out and when it's their turn.
Scary moment there, but very wise for Hyuga, just jumping, avoiding the flip kick. You can expect Nairo to go for a lot of those to end these stocks decisively. Ooh.
He's still going to be able to be fine, and he's going to make it up back here. He hasn't done a ton of using the Zair, but actually that back air finished it off very effectively.
And that was so important because we saw the adaptation from Nairo. We saw Hyuga go for the air dodge last time. Nairo picks up on this, gets the back air as a reward for waiting out that air dodge. Now back with the punish kick. The bomb interrupting, though, preventing the boost kick from executing.
That was excellent. He didn't have to worry about the DI with the bomb in hand. And that actually might turn into a bit of a tactic that you can see later on. It's difficult, though, to sometimes maintain it, considering that sometimes a bomb will drop out of your hand. Now, Hyuga is able to pull out these bombs pretty quickly. Link's previous archetypes in other games, you have to worry about the amount of time that it takes to pull out the bomb without being punished. This time, it's a lot easier to pull out those bombs. And once you get those, you chuck those rangs, you confirm into bombs, and if you're lucky, you'll be able to follow up with that fair and put 40% on the board pretty easy.
And especially at these higher percentages, those bombs, they're not just for racking up damage, they're actually to set up KO options. Hyuga loves going for the bomb into a raw bear, so you can expect that to come out if you can get Nairo at these higher percents. What a punish on that boost kick. That whiff is certainly going to cost Nairo, but he still has a lot of percent to work with, and that back air is going to be enough to take game 1.
That was an excellent finish. Nairo looking effective, looking clean. Hyuga, on the other hand, he didn't get a chance to really get all those bomb setups that he was looking for. He wanted to have those confirmed from bomb into fair, bomb into raw bear. It's a bit difficult to do so whenever someone's constantly in your grill, always on top of you, and trying to make sure that you don't get a chance to do any of your game plan.
Now, one thing that Hyuga is renowned for, and something that has been so evident in this tournament, is his download game. He is so good in this second game, and I would honestly not be surprised if this is a complete turnaround of the first.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the up tilts. So with these two, expect Nairo to just go in with this ruthless aggression, but when you have these platforms, he's going to do his best to stack them up, put them up to these top platforms before he goes for those up Bs, before he goes for those up airs. He needs that additional height. He wants that additional jump.
Right now, we're seeing that Hyuga is trying to create space to pull out the bomb, start the projectile-oriented neutral, but that's allowing Nairo to gain so much control of the stage and really put Hyuga constantly on the back foot. There now from Nairo.
Here's
He's
the
going to confirm into the up air strings.
If he had burned another double jump to go back, if he had gone double jump back up, he could have threatened with up B. There's not a guarantee that it would have finished off, though. There's the dash attack. He's just waiting. He's waiting for his prey, seeing if he's going to be able to drop down or if he's going to up air. And there's the air dodge that he's trying to drop through.
And here, Hyuga, he's very worried about that back air. One from Nairo could definitely spell his demise.
Ooh. Okay, so this is what we saw earlier in previous sets, where folks who are dealing with Hyuga simply just shield up, and then drop shield, and then they might shield again if they sense another attack is coming. But shield is so strong against these bombs. They just bounce right back off of you, and you allow yourself a bit of movement that you need right after.
Hyuga has that bomb in hand. Nairo actually able to catch it. He's making it look like Brawl ZSS with this item control.
Gosh, that was insane. He's holding it together. Ooh, knew exactly when the jab was going to come out of shield.
And Nairo dealing with so many projectiles in the past. He knows that he just needs to hold shield, but the second that he doesn't, Hyuga's able to open him up with a bomb into aerial.
The ability to control space by simply throwing a bomb up and watching it hover back down is a fun tactic that you'll use to say, yeah, this bomb is about to come back down. You either choose to move now or you choose to move later. And if you choose to move later, it gives them time to come forward and advance and figure out positioning on top of you.
Up air from Hyuga. He's actually able to even up the stock count. Nairo didn't get all that much damage, but again, whenever you look at ZSS as an archetype, it's about those burst moments. And if there's any character that can convert off of those, and if there's any player that is known for those burst moments, it's a man like Nairo.
But Hyuga looking like he's going to get his own burst of damage here. Multiple up tilts into the up smash. He was hoping to put him on top of those platforms and string into those up airs just like that. With this disjoint, it is so difficult to deal with, particularly because of the active frames that are there.
You know, at those low percents, you can expect those up tilt chains to just constantly be there. And this early game has given Hyuga quite a bit of momentum. He's actually gotten Nairo to the point where he might start having to worry about these bombs confirming into aerials.
Excellent rangs. He's covering the space quite nicely. But it's all coming down to positioning here. He's struggling to find the air dodges through. And there it is, finally making his feet back down to the ground.
Only to find the feet of Nairo again. He's got a bomb in hand in case another aerial string comes out. Actually, let's go of it early, hoping to find the confirm into a KO.
Ooh, the up tilt. And yet again, threatening with those up airs. Doing his best to see if he can take him off the top.
Nairo now starting to use his mobility to avoid the projectile game from Hyuga.
He's doing his best to try to shoot off those guns. Oh no, that's going to be it.
And Hyuga with the pop-off as well. Knows how tense that was. Holding his breath the entire time. And able to punish Nairo. That's the scary part about Toon Link, is especially when you have a character who's known for some of these tether grabs and also has options like the Plasma Whip that cover a lot of distance but have a lot of cooldown as well. You're making yourself wide open to a massive punish.
So, we're getting into this next game. I want to see what adjustments we're getting out of Nairo. Is it going to just be the same ruthless aggression? Are they going to continuously be destroying these guys, trying to destroy this guy with nairs and those jab series, and following up with those up airs after he strings them all together and gets those percentages? I think we haven't seen a ton of grabs also out of Nairo, the more I think more and more about it. Meaning that Hyuga's done a good job of spacing and making sure that that mid-range feels like a no-man's zone. He's not able to come in there quickly, and there it is. That's the grabs that I was looking for.
Yeah, it can be really tough, especially getting those grabs against a character who just throws out so many projectiles and is so nimble in general. And beyond that, Hyuga feels confident in this matchup. He feels like if ZSS whiffs a grab, then he can go ahead and get a massive punish via F smash.
Follows up. No, good DI. For you guys that don't know how to DI ZSS's up B, make sure you go check out Esam's tutorial. Really, really good. Very insightful.
Almost went for a very cheeky confirm off of a bomb. I mean, he didn't really get the follow-up he was looking for, but still getting out of the pressure while tacking on the damage. It's a slight win. He's definitely going to take it.
Oh, there's a great shield as soon as the down smash came out. Hyuga bullying himself in here, making sure that he knows his presence is right there in front of him, and he's ready to hit him with these bombs. No! He's not going to falter.
Forced to use the spin, and actually comes out on top. I thought that the pop-up would have allowed him to get a follow-up, but instead it's Nairo with another big back air. So far, we haven't seen him get any conversions off of the flip kick, or sorry, off of the boost kick. Wondering when that's going to be a factor.
Hyuga up close and personal. These nairs on shield, and he's managing to keep it together.
And he's playing so patiently. That time he ran up in front of, he basically crossed up Nairo and did nothing because he's hoping Nairo will drop shield next time so that he can catch him with an F smash.
Ooh. Expect the run across pivot grabs at this percentage. There's a chance that we might see some shenanigans from Hyuga. He's holding it. Now, these nairs, he's just dropping down with these on top of him. Hitboxes everywhere, making it so difficult for him to hold it.
Forward tilt from Nairo. Oh, Hyuga, instead of recovering, chooses to use an up air unorthodox, but it helps him get back on stage. But Nairo is again relentless, up in his face and ready to close out a stock. Rage is going to be something we need to think about here, Nebs.
Yeah.
Nairo 10% away from max Rage. He's going to be hitting like a truck.
Easily. But that was a great job using that F-tilt, spacing it out correctly. Sometimes you don't need to be the flashiest thing, but sometimes if you just catch them with those tilts and push them to the corners, you can get some strong results.
Nairo there using Hyuga's game plan against him. Hyuga mentioning that if he could punish the tether grab, he'd be able to go and probably confirm with an F smash. And Nairo's like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. What if I punish your tether grab instead? Beautiful.
That's the risk reward, man. Those tether grabs, you get fantastic range, but man, does the recovery suck. So, we're going to Smashville. This should be interesting. So, is there anything particular about this stage that we should know about? Let's talk a little bit about the blast zones, right?
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think that it's just, both of them being such brawl-oriented players, it's just such a nice, comfortable pick for them. And you, at times, really need that comfort to be able to play at such an optimal level.
Okay, there's the up B. He's got this bomb in hand. Ooh, and Nairo's saying, hey, let's play some catch. I got you covered, homie.
Oh, and he almost got him spiked as well. He doesn't hit the spike hitbox on that flip kick, but now we're seeing that Nairo is starting to get a better handle on Hyuga's air dodge patterns.
Well, yeah, we also know that how much he's looking for up B because of the previous stocks that he's seen. So now, because of that, he's going to try to mix in the other options and see if he can get those DI mix-ups.
And that's what makes Nairo's unrelenting aggression so good. It's always the constant mix-ups, whether it's different moves or slightly different timings. This man is so good at making it feel like you just cannot escape.
Ooh, air dodge through. Where's the grab? Oh, there's the up tilts. And from here, Hyuga continuously using those up tilts. It's his way of saying, if you're doing something out of shield, I'm going to catch you. And now he's pushed. Excellent job of going back to center stage. Both of these guys looking so closely at each other. With those with putting shields up right next to each other, it's a question of who acts first, who blinks first.
It really is the game of chicken. They're both trying to bait out those long tether grabs, but ooh, no baits necessary to take that stock. That down smash into forward smash was perfect from Nairo.
And now, gets that grab. Grabs the bomb, and from this point, it's scary with those flip kicks that you have from Nairo, and his willingness to go off stage and just destroy people. It gets even more scary at these angles.
Things are definitely looking grim here for Hyuga. His defense just isn't holding up. Nairo is finding all of the vulnerabilities in this wall. But whoa! What on earth was that stage spike? Nairo can't believe it. He's shaking his head in the player cam.
And while he could have teched that, he wasn't so far into the stage that it overlapped from the hit stun to the tech window. It was a bit problematic because he never would have expected it. I don't think anyone in this building expected it.
I mean, I definitely did it. Did you?
No.
If you did, you're a god. Up tilt now from Hyuga. He's hoping to start up that early game that we saw him implement in game 2.
He's going to drop down back air. No, catches him. His head was over the edge. And there's the spike that we were talking about previously. As soon as he caught him with that stun gun, that was the noggin knocker. He just sent him straight down to the Shadow Realm, and that was lights out.
2-1 is the set count between these two players in tournament.
It was really sick to be able to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Even at that end, you saw the adaptation.